right, welcome back. We are live here for another Stay Home Live virtual poetry reading series. I believe it's our seventh one. Very excited to be here this evening. Um, Again, for those of you who are kind of just now, maybe this might be your first episode. This is a series that I had put together featuring Indigenous artists, poets, hip hop artists from all over. I've brought a lot of people from many tribal nations to our virtual stage. It's been pretty cool so far. But the reason why I really wanted to do this was to promote the message of stay home because with this virus that's going on, there's a lot of tribal nations out there that are being affected, and it's important for us as young people to do our part. Especially now with the weather getting nice, and we've been under quarantine for a while. We want to get out and move around a little bit, but right now I think is more the one of the most important times to kind of discipline ourselves and stay home because the virus is still out there. The numbers are still going up, and here in Iowa, things kind of reopened yesterday. Like the malls and bars and things like that. So right now, I think is kind of it's really important more than ever to do our part and stay home. And we've been seeing things throughout social media and the news about other tribes and what they're going through, South Dakota and down in the Southwest. There's tribes that are getting hit hard with this. So it's very important that we kind of do our part and stay home and try to, the message is protect our elders, protect our young people, protect our immunocompromised. And, this is something that I thought that, we could bring forward and showcase some artists, on a platform that I had, which was my art gallery. And so we've had some, like I said, some really great artists come through here so far. And it's been a really honor and a really great pleasure to bring forth, some poets and to continue to do that, to continue to bring artists through, this stage through my art gallery. And so tonight, yeah, it's going to be another a great evening of poetry and music and inspiration. Some of the things that I've been talking about throughout this series is getting people to create, calling out artists and stuff to create during this time, painters, hip hop artists, musicians, and also poets and other artists, so you can come to our stage and perform. We got a call out for Indigenous poets to send your biography and a short video of you to indigenousartalliance@gmail.com. And we will get that. And hopefully you can be here on our virtual stage. We got Tanea Winder giving out signed autograph book to the first few selected artists. So if you're interested in that, send your info in and we'll get you looked at. So again, the reason why we're doing this is because, we want to flatten the curve. I'm from Iowa, I'm from the Midwest, and we in the state didn't have a shelter in order place. So, we've been kind of seeing these numbers go up. Meat packing plants are all around, and, the numbers are still kind of climbing. And like I said, they reopened kind of some of the things, businesses and stuff like that. So, it's been very important to kind of be careful in how much we move around, practice that physical distancing. So that's something I really wanted to share. And I'm very grateful to have some artists on tonight to share their stories and their poems and their art with us. Um, so before, I always, I have been, throughout the series, just kind of creating myself, kind of doing that uh, same thing, creating throughout the week and just sharing that message with you here. and writing poems throughout the week so I can share them on tonight. So I'm gonna get started here with the poem. I just kind of finished up here the other day. Um, and I want to thank everybody for tuning in, for continuing to tune in. I want to thank the Midwest Writing Center again for partnering with us tonight. So we're gonna get this show started. Here's our first poem. It's called "A Virus with No Cure." A virus with no cure, but yet we want more, more of the same, more complacency, more comfortability, more conspiracy. A virus with no cure, or is there? The unmasking and the things this disease is exposing, all the fucked up shit we knew was there. We've been screaming since the clock started ticking. 530 years of studying a system, a virus with no cure, or is there? Mindful movement, be cautious of where and what you touch. From now on, the rules must be obliged by or else to the guillotine. A virus with no cure, or is there? Do we adopt a regenerative mindset and look to the books to explore a more nonviolent context? Can we not repeat history? Is the cure to rewrite this messed up script? Is wanting more of the past the cure to a better path? Is it in the math? Somewhere in the 197 million miles lie the answer entrusted in one of us? Or is it a combination of more exploration between the lost relationship of mortal and plant? A language to unlock a flow replenished every spring, a virus without a cure, or is there? So that was the poem that I just finished up here, just kind of talking about taking this time to kind of um, look to kind of like the old ways and how kind of our ancestors got through their times of hardship and going through things like this because some of our elders had gone through times like this, and so I think it's important that we kind of look back at what they did to get through, and which is going back to kind of you know planning our own foods and learning about our traditional food systems and things like that, because it's very important that we continue those practices or relearn those practices, I guess, kind of regenerate some of these old plants and things that we used to eat, because things are kind of looking uh, crazy right now with the virus and with all of these meat packing plants. Like I said earlier, the numbers of people who are being affected, the employees in there. So I think it's important that we kind of start rethinking the way we are getting things, and nothing wrong with that, but it takes a little bit of learning, and hopefully we can inspire some of our young people, to learn those practices. So with that, I'm very excited to get into our first reader for tonight. Um, very and excited to hear what she has to read. I read one of her poems earlier, so I'm very excited to introduce tonight Christian Demar. Let's give her a virtual round of applause.
Thank you, Dawson, and thank you for inviting me here. Um, my screen just went away. Can you hear me? Oh, there I am. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, the poems I've written lately are pretty much all about the pandemic. I can't see it on my computer at all, but I can see it on my phone on the Facebook Live. So that's funny. Hi, honey. I'm doing a reading, so Thank you. So the first poem that I wrote when things kind of started out is called Six Rolls and 6 Feet of Distance. I count my rolls, I keep my distance, both at the number of 6. I have 68 glasses of wine, according to the boxes, and a bottle, which doesn't proclaim how many glasses it contains. I have 6 unopened packages of cheese slices, because I know what's important and what I need to live. So the second poem that I have is actually some interconnected haikus. So itself are, pardon me, it's called Whiny Self-Quarantine Haikus. Never mind me, I'm just minding my wine. This is nothing new. I don't go out anyway. Who's going to bring wine? Who's going to bring wine? It's self-isolation time. I bought all the cheese. I bought all the cheese. The toilet paper was gone. So I bought more wine. So I bought more wine and snacks for the kids to eat. I should have bought meat. I should have bought meat, but I panic shopped this time. This is nothing new. And so I've got 2 more poems here. The next one is one I wrote because it's mostly sarcastic, so I hope you can understand the sarcasm here. It's called Pandemic, Scamdemic, Believe. Believe the leaders or believe the numbers, which are lies of best guesstimates with faulty tests, and so many people still not being given a test. Believe they're much higher than what we are given. I personally know 2 people who false tested negative before testing positive. Believe it's no worse, or nor deadlier than the flu. Believe the stories about 5G and cover up. Believe that if you're a Republican, it won't touch you. Believe it's a political thing. Believe that wearing a mask should be your freedom of choice. Believe your decision is only about you. Believe that you're young, thus invincible. Believe it's a scam. The coronavirus doesn't care about your belief system or your politics. Believe that. The coronavirus doesn't play follow the leader. Okay, and so the last one I wrote is called It's Not About You. Wear a fucking mask. It's not about you. It's not about your personal freedom. It's about your grandma. It's about your grandpa. It's about your babies, your children. It's about caring for others. It's not about the orange man and his poor role modeling skills. It's about your mom. It's about your immunocompromised nephew who had a heart transplant. It's about your asthmatic son. Maybe it's about a small, petty piece of your personal freedom that you gladly give to ensure others' lives and continued freedom. It's very apparent now who is self-centered, no mask, and who cares about others, mask. It's good to know that information. I just know that now I am brushing my teeth purely for myself. And that's what I have. Thank you very much for including me tonight. I look forward to hearing the rest of the show tonight.
All right, are we back? All right. Let's get a virtual round of applause for Christian DeMar. Thank you for sharing your poetry with us tonight. Scandemic, pandemic. Yeah, that was pretty good. Pretty good poem. Yeah. So again, I want to welcome you for tuning in tonight for another series, another reading, stay home live poetry reading series. Um, and again, there's no better time than now to kind of stay home. I know things are kind of uh, presenting themselves to seem like they're all right, but it's kind of still scary out there with no kind of medicine for this. So let's just do our part and stay home. Let's create. Let's do our part and take care of our elders, take care of our children just by simply staying home. Shout out to all the healthcare workers who are on the front lines doing what they're doing, taking care of the people. Um, so again, this is always a show in a series dedicated to them, because they're doing a lot. Especially down south, down in the southwest. There's a lot of sickness going on down there. So I want to read another poem. I wrote another poem. Uh, finished it up here just before we got started. Kind of want to reflect on some of the things, I guess, just kind of growing up as a indigenous person. Throughout going just traveling and being around Indian country. Just kind of wanted to uh, put it together in this little poem I wrote. And here we go. Broke touch screens, basketball dreams, meth fiends is the only scene in this film. Hot sunny days, sitting under the shack with warm beers, spitting that old Indian wisdom, and trying to sing powwow songs, but the raspiness and pauses to take a drink make it an impossible feat. The hope and glory of yesteryear ooze out with the sweat under the hot sun as the hot moon approaches. A fire is lit and the ceremony is about to begin. But it's been a minute since I had the motivation to win, because when the claws set in, ain't no telling when it will end. So the best move is to wait out the situation. An undisturbed path is a clear path before you know it. It's a wrap. Salutations. Cut to the next scene, blown glass heated under the guise of the sacred fire, chasing that bright color, that angelic sound, and bouncy clouds that keep you running around, season after season, after season after season, until the license expires. Cut to the next scene, broken dreams, time fiends is the only thing you'll see in this film. Sipping away, sitting on coolers, waiting for the postman to come along with some hope or some dope, because in a few years, I'm gonna be the next CEO if the time allows me. One more chance. Stay tuned for the next scene. So, yeah, that was just kind of something I had been kind of thinking about, reflecting, kind of putting images together that I had seen. And I kind of like to do a little other types of writing, and so I kind of just started chopping things up and put together a poem like that. So again, I just want to kind of reiterate that message of just keep creating, while we're at home, while we're supposed to be quarantining. And you know I know since I've been here on the settlement, we've been under a shelter in place order for couple months now, 60 days or so. So, I've been just kind of trying to keep busy, keep my mind busy by creating different things, keep writing and doing this show, and it's a great honor. It's one of the greatest things I like to do is put people on stage and showcase great artists, great um, hip hop artists, great singers, and it's a great honor for me to have our next featured artist here on the Indigenous Peoples Art Gallery virtual stage. This next artist is an independent R&B artist mixed with hip hop and soul. She's a singer-songwriter, inspirational advocate. She's a powwow dancer. She's a storyteller, among many other things, entrepreneur. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you Honey.
Hey, you guys, that's A. Yachts, A, shit, A, honey, and shit. Collins, Jenny, and Jenny, A, Bash's Chi, my excuse you, that's a Chi. Shema, A, Katie, mini cows, will ya? Shija, A, Samson Lee, will ya? Hey, you guys, my name is Honey. I'm a hip hop R&B artist, mainly R&B. I like to sing a lot more than I like to rap. But I got some songs for you guys, and I just wanted to make sure that you guys understood that staying inside and staying sanitized, staying healthy, masked up, it's very, very important, not only for the sake of yourself, but for the sake of other people. The coronavirus is super crazy. And not only can you be a carrier, but you can also be a person that transmit the disease to another person. So do us all a favor, including your family and yourself. Just wear a mask, sanitize your hands all the time. Make sure you're washing and not touching your face all the time. My hands are sanitized and very clean, so I'm probably going to touch my face. But you don't do it. Don't forget, you guys just had an opening of the community in Iowa on Friday, which was yesterday. So make sure that you guys are doing the best that you can to get all the things done to sanitize yourself and keep yourself situated. If you guys didn't understand what I said earlier, I was speaking Navajo. My name is Honey. I'm an inspirational advocate, R&B artist. I like to sing. My mom's name is Katie Mini Cows. My dad's name is Samson Lee. And yeah, I got 2 songs for you guys. I'm gonna sing one song and the other one I'm gonna rap. So maybe give me a thumbs up if you can hear my music. Just shut your eyes. Shut your eyes. Let's think about things for a second. The warm heart that used to be frozen. It feels good to smile once in a while. I was hungry, but love didn't know to come. Expressed it on my microphone. I was so comfortable. I'm feeling golden, golden. I'm feeling golden, golden. I'm feeling golden, golden. I'm feeling golden, golden. The simple things in life were right in front of me. I had to look twice, yeah. There was something I didn't see. Love is for everybody. Love will make you happy. You must trust in yourself. You won't get it from nobody else. Nobody else. Golden, comfortable. I'm feeling golden. Incredible. I'm feeling golden. Comfortable. I'm feeling golden. Golden, golden. I'm feeling golden. During these times, you can feel golden too. Next song. Listen to the words. My name is Honey. If you didn't know, now you know. Voiceofhoney.com. Voice of Honey everything. We are the people, we're living in the city on the land, breathing poison from the sky, from the fruit in our hands, water from the well to don't know, never fighting solo, gotta speak between the lines, keep it simple. They wear a mask, commit the crimes, make you think you're sick, give you peel after peel, then you're more sick. Days to weeks and weeks to months, I'm trying to find a cure for greed, power and such a fun. Open your eyes, pay close attention to what you eat, what you watch, what you say. Change the world in a positive way. Don't let yesterday bother you today. You heard of mine. My name is Honey. If you hey, for the people, if you hey, for the love. If you didn't know now, you know. My name is Honey. If you hey, hey, my name is Honey. If you didn't know now, you know. For the people, if you didn't know now, you know. For the love, if you didn't know now, you know. Hey. Take a look at the picture, take a look at the time. Take a look at my people, they standing back in the line. I'm not waiting with my hand out, I'm waiting for peace. Feeling parts of the poison, victory on the streets. While they leave their minds open for deformity. People be ignoring me, speaking with my voice loud, speak up for majority. People waiting for change. Lives rearranged with visions they call it blurry, I call it pain. My name is Honey, if you didn't know. Yeah, for the people, if you didn't know. Yeah, for the love, if you didn't know, now you know. My name is Honey, if you hey, hey. My name is Honey, if you hey. For the people, if you hey. For the love, if you didn't know, now you know. My name is Honey. We are the people, yo, look at the time. I'm standing with the flip and looking back at the line. I'm trying to hold it back, yo, they know that I'm powerful. Cruising on a straight path, bumping on a rocky road. They endure, I'll bring new rhymes and know it is my time. Trying to take it back to things that I deserve is mine. I'll use a wise if I have to revise. Bring it back to the start, keep reality in mind. I see you vibing through the words you're describing. I wouldn't have to have somebody here. Yo, bring it to you live, music is a surprise. I hope it leads to reality while I'm jamming with these guys. My name is Honey, if you, hey, yo, for the people, if you, hey, yo, for the love, if you didn't know, now you know. My name is Honey, if you, hey, hey, my name is Honey, if you didn't know, now you know. For the people, if you didn't know, now you know. For the love, if you didn't know, now you know. My name is Honey, if you didn't know, now you know. That's it, you guys. That's my time. 2 songs for you guys. Make sure you guys are staying masked, staying sanitized, staying safe, staying in the moment of where you guys care for others and as well as your guys' self. That's it. Voiceofhoney.com, Voice of Honey on everything. 2 thumbs up, snap your fingers, clap your hands, throw your hands in the air like you just don't care. That's it.
Let's give another virtual round of applause for Honey, all the way from Salt Lake City, Utah, on our virtual stage here at the Indigenous People Art Gallery and Cafe. Such an honor and a privilege to have her here. And it's a great again show we had for this evening. You know, we had Kristen Dumar, we had Honey. Again, we partnered with the Midwest Writing Center. We want to thank them for again always being there. Sarah for doing you know the technical end of this. Again, we want to encourage all of our creatives out there, all of our Indigenous poets, writers, artists. You know, if you got something you want to put out there, you've been working on your poetry, be sure to hit us up at indigenousartalliance@gmail.com. We'll get it looked at, and hopefully you could be presenting on our virtual stage as well. Again, tune in next week. We got some more artists, some more poets. Going to be their first time here on our virtual stage, so I'm very excited to have them coming on. Again, I want to say thank you to Honey. Check her out, Voice of Honey. Everything, she's everywhere: Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, everything. Check her out. Again, yeah. Thank you for tuning in this week. And again, let's all do our part. You know, let's all be safe out there, man. Iowa, it's getting, you know, I don't know what to expect. Kind of crazy, but, you know, we could do our part and kind of flatten that curve, limit that risk by just simply staying home, you know, continuing to be mindful of how we move and, you know, just take care of ourselves. It's the best way we can do it. Again, you know, prayers to all of those tribes, those tribal communities out there being hit hard. We're thinking of you. And again, let's do our part. Thank you, honey. Thank you, Kristen. Thank you, Sarah. And thank you all for tuning in. Have a good night.